right, and welcome as we proceed onward with playing through Valakin Clan Saga of the Seasons. Last time, after murdering their way through the thick woods of the Algorath, the Sheltering Wood, our heroes came upon a guarded and enchanted throne upon which rested a mysterious ghostly figure who pleaded with them to be released. Upon this refusal to release this figure in hoping to preserve their alliance with Adriana, the Thane, Adrina, the Thane of the nearby elven civilization, the figure disappeared and unknowingly to the characters took possession of Tiny Tusk, who came to consciousness from this moment once more, standing over the twisted corpse of the very one they wished to preserve, Adriana Thane, seemingly having murdered them with Tiny's hands themselves. Shortly is when the rest of our heroes had tracked Tiny down and found her in the scene. After much deliberation, they finally decided to take what responsibility they could directly to the rather xenophobic elves, at least what the rumors would say, and see what occurs, because at least that would have the best chance to not bring upon the village the consequences of our heroes' actions. So, with that, all of you find yourselves traveling through the Sheltering Wood. It is one which goes in various directions, and I would ask, how are you what does it look like to carry this mangled body for all of you?
I think that Griff would have haphazardly bound together some sticks, a cloak or two, to create a makeshift carrier to carry the body. And it's we've draped a cloak over her, so
Bjorg would have helped with that.
Okay, so you kind of have a cloak over the body, so they can't really tell who that is. Anyone looking right now?
No, we would want her covered because I think it would have been disrespectful to just carry her without covering her.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Anything else?
Tiny, uncharacteristically, usually stays in the back, but I think she's going to be closer to the front. So in front of the carrying of this body.
Okay.
I think Orin would like to walk next to Tiny.
Historon and be in the middle of the group.
Bjorg will walk next to Asphalt.
Nice.
But,
Asphalt.
so I'm assuming, that we have some sort of stretcher thing, so multiple of us can carry her, Okay. I wanted to make sure that we were all thinking the same.
Okay. And Donna, what do you imagine Kurgana?
Depending upon this stretcher or this pseudo
lift or list as like carrying bed sort of thing if they need help carrying it, or otherwise just being if help is needed carrying it, then there. Otherwise, just flitting to the sides, kind of like just flanking the group and just making sure everything else is safe. Otherwise,
Okay, very good. In that case, I think Kurgana and Tiny being in front and Kurgana looking around the best they can as well. You start to see up in the tree lines. Depending where you look, you might notice in the shadows of the trees first, where some of the leaves are a bit too rounded in places, and you follow it up. The shadows of them, and you follow it up, and you can see in various brown and green attire, all of you being watched by what appear to be elves, high, about 80 feet up in the branches. As you walk along the path, it's I've probably been traveling a good 3 hours into the wood at this point.
Oren, do you see those?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're thinking?
I don't know, but perhaps since we've found them, we can stop here and not proceed much farther in.
Okay.
So I think that Orin would sort of look at the group and kind of give a signal to stop, and sort of with his eyes, kind of look at that we found the elves. And in Elvish, he would say, "We come bringing news. We wish to speak, if we can, to your leadership."
There's a pause. They look. And one shouts down, "It is our leader whom we wish to find. She had run off to aid that one," as they point to Tiny Tusk.
My eyes get really wide.
And she asked us to gather forces and follow. We have not found her yet, but yet we see that one.
Wait, are they speaking in Elvish or are they speaking in Valakai?
Orin, what did you use?
I use Elvish.
Okay, so they're responding Elvish then.
Okay, so yeah, I probably don't get my eyes wide if I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, the most they do point to you.
Oh, if they point to me, then my eyes get wide.
Okay.
So a week back, this group came across a place that belonged to a time some time ago, to your people, I assume. And we came across a spirit, an elvish spirit, who sat upon a silver throne. Unbeknownst to us, he took possession of the one that you point at. And for the past week, she has been missing. And we came upon her and your leader. He will look towards the blanket that we or the bundle that we carry.
There. Hillian certainly is the sound of many bowstrings being stretched taut. Creaking.
We acknowledge some responsibility must be taken for this. We chose to not lie, to not hide it. We would not dishonor you or her in that way, or the trust that she put within us. We can, if we wish, if it is possible, speak to those who would be next in charge, so that we can resolve this with the least amount of bloodshed as possible.
And the one holds his hand up and yells down. You speak of the place of the blood trader.
Yes, the spirit indicated to us that he was murdered and then trapped because he tried to make peace with other clans and tribes, and that his sister put him there. But as we had already made an agreement with you and your people, we chose to honor that agreement and leave, offering him no aid.
They spit. He's a liar. He led us into a battle against Valakin warriors years ago, and then betrayed us, slaughtering half of us with that very same clan. That is why he was put there. You have freed him.
Would I know if the possession freed him in a sense?
I would say, yeah, because you had studied those runes and everything. You'd get that the whole idea there was bounding him within that circle. And so what you now kind of think must have happened is he was able to use the body of Tiny Tusk to get beyond the circle. And thusly outside of those bounds.
Corgana will step out from one of the trees and look up at the elves. So it sounds that the way to make this right, or at least to begin that path, is a life for a life and bind this traitor to his final fate.
Pause. Lives aren't as equal.
That is why I said a start, not an ending. For this man was already dead and walking, whereas the living have much greater value, and by what I've seen, a fostering of community that is needed in such trying times. But it is a path to begin to correct things and to save off further bloodshed based off of this damage and the traitorous behavior that they wish to set upon your kin elsewise, with no risk to your own, as you've already suffered in this regard.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check.
Where is it? Let's go, bad dice. 13.
Alright. Hey, listen. Anything else anybody wants to say?
This is all in Elvish, right? Okay.
Well, I would assume that one was probably translating a little bit, so they would switch to common, I think, at some point here. If you wish to do that.
I think at some point, once we, once I sort of explained why we were here, we'd switch over as I started kind of explaining the story.
To help, Griff would probably be like, I have some experience with the possession of spirits. We could, as Corgana said, as a start, we could hunt this spirit down. We freed him. We released him out from his confines. We should rectify our mistake.
Anybody else?
And he just kind of says, I didn't mean to be possessed. I mean, I didn't ask them to possess me or anything. And I don't really remember a lot before I just kind of came to. And I felt really bad about what happened. And I'm sorry it happened.
Yeah, please know this was never our intention. As my companions have said, we did not aid them knowingly, and we were not going to aid them at all. In fact, we were going to talk to your Thane regarding this, so we understood the whole story. And in doing so, as I stated, we unknowingly released him.
You see. And they listen to all of this very carefully. See the one who speaks and looks at the others and sighs. We want nothing from your clan, nor we will take nothing from you. Do what is right by your hearts. But know, the truce Adrena dreamt of is gone. You are strangers to us in these woods, and all strangers are enemies. Bring your people in here again, whether for shelter, or for wood, or for meat, and they will not leave. And a few climb down They say we will take her corpse.
And decide.
All right. Anything anyone else wants to do?
I'm sorry that you feel this way. It was never our intention to harm anyone. We're only trying to make sure all of us survive, and that would include you as an ally. And I'm sorry that we could not be allies because of a misunderstanding that you cannot seem to get around. I understand that you are grieving, but would it be the will of your Thane to hate everybody all the time? Or should you not be trying to move beyond this and try to understand that it was never anybody's intention to release him? We did not know of him or what he was capable of. And yet you are making it out to be that everybody is a bad guy for not knowing things and having this misunderstanding. Please take your time to grieve and think about what has been said. And I hope maybe in the future you can move beyond this and we could potentially become allies.
Being this close to them, they will look at you and say softly, maybe in seasons future, should you do what you suggested. But for now, none of the people will trust you.
You're muted, Julie.
Sorry, I just slightly nod my head in understanding.
Alrighty. In that case, it sounds like you all leave the area. Very good.
As soon as we're away, Asphalt gives Tiny the biggest hug.
Oh, I mean, if you guys wanted to, you could tie me up to a tree and just, like, hit me with a stick 1,000 times if it made it right.
Tiny, stop.
I don't know. I just feel really bad about what happened.
Well, that's because you're a good person. And that's the very reason why, this eye for an eye, blood for blood stuff doesn't actually make any sense. You didn't mean to do it.
Well, at least they didn't want to kill us. That's a good sign.
They may kill us in other ways. Without good firewood, the winter will be hard. Seems a lot to be done.
And we don't have ships yet.
That's gonna be
does
hard
this
too.
mean we gotta go back to that woods with the ghosts in it?
Oh.
We need to report to the Thane because our hunters can be in danger as well. As they said,
Yeah.
no meat, which means hunting. No wood, no hunting, no venturing here for shelter.
We'll double time it.
Tiny, please remember, ultimately you did not do it. You were not in control of your body. So ultimately, you did not do it. You as a person and a soul did not do it.
I know.
And as Asphalt stated, an eye for an eye does not rectify anything because killing you does not bring her back.
I know.
No, but killing the person who did it in an eye for an eye will. start to build the bridge back. Tiny, it'll be good to face what scares you.
Really? There are a lot of things that scare me.
They should. It's what keeps you alive. But one thing at a time. Oren is right, we must report so that others can be safe. And we can gather what we need to begin to right this mistake.
That's fault.
Tiny.
Maybe you can use this knowledge to when you become chief.
Tiny, I'm not gonna become chief.
Well, not right now, not right away, but one day.
Tiny, do you know how scared I was? We couldn't find you for a week. And I didn't know what to do, and then all this happened, and we went to talk to the elves, and I couldn't even say anything.
Well, that's because you let the people who are really good at talking do the talking, and that shows
I know.
wisdom.
Every time I talk, I always put my foot in it.
Well, that's why I also didn't talk. This Oren's better at that kind of thing, and Gorgana seems pretty good at that kind of thing, and Bjorg gave him a good stern talking too. So, really, there was just no need for me to chime in.
Yeah, Gorgana's kind of intense.
A little bit.
And yeah, Bjorg did say some good stuff. I mean, I never want to disappoint Bjork either. And when she was like, "Oh, you guys should go and think about what you've done," well, I would hate to be them.
Wow, just gonna put them to bed without supper.
Yeah. And I mean, Oren's always so good and always knows the right thing to do. Yeah, you're right. I guess we're better as a team. I should trust them to do their thing, and I'll figure out my thing eventually.
Well, we'll play I Perceive on the way back.
Okay.
I perceive with my little sleeve. So, no.
Something green. Is it that tree? Is it that
It's me.
tree?
It's me.
Amazing. In that case, you do make your way back and are able to get an audience with Tharathan Upscare, the chief here. And still tiny, blood-covered, dried blood at this point, as his hair says, what has happened?
Things beyond control.
Okay.
The spirits of the forest were... Oh, I'm sorry, Oren. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Oren. You're good at this.
Chief, as we reported when we looked out to find more wood, we came across that spirit. Well, it turned out that Tiny's been missing for a week because it was possessed by that spirit. And that spirit sought revenge on the thing of the elves. And through Tiny, it got its revenge. And at the moment, whatever truce we had with the elves is now ended. They have threatened that if any of us go into their forest for shelter, wood, or food, that we would not be coming out of the forest.
Please don't banish Tiny to the lighthouse. It really wasn't Tiny's fault.
Wait,
Tiny
what?
was possessed.
Wait, that was an option?
Well, I don't know. Last time somebody died there, we banished all figuratively.
Tiny has committed no crime against Valican.
Okay.
Valican blood was not spilled, therefore Valican law does not apply.
Right. Okay. Good.
And while our truce was set up, it was not binding, nor did they ever join the clans of Valican, so... The elves are tricky folk. Here within the clan, such things are fixed with gold. The Were Guild is the best way to deal, but they do not recognize such a custom. If we are not to get the wood we need for our ships, this would be a hard summer, and therefore a harder winter when it comes. We may need to venture into Alvis' timberland.
Well, how far is that?
It is close. You know Alvis. He'll return shortly, I hope.
That's a stone razor.
Oh, okay.
He has before talked to me that we may use his wood, but for a price for every tree we fell. We must pay to him gold. In that case, I leave the procurement and such things to you all. What gold you have been able to gather, you may pay if you are able to use that to better our chances. It is 1 gold per pound that we are able to gather.
I only have 5 gold, but you can have it.
You would leave it to them if you would take the people north, south there. But
Yeah, I also have some gold I could spend there.
That's not going to get us very far. Maybe we could procure some from people who don't need it anymore, or have less need of it.
Well, what about sunken ships, sir? Ma'am, I forget which the chief is.
Chief is a sir, yes.
Okay. Which, like sunken ships, would they still be viable?
It is not. You talk to Maldo, but most of that would be too sea weathered to be of any use.
Well, maybe sunken ships have gold on them, right?
Oh.
Treasures lost at sea?
Mm-hmm.
And Bragi has said that you had heard of. He had told you of the rumors of a place hidden in the woods that might be a place of the old forge. It's possible there are things there too. Whatever it is, we have scarcely weeks before summer.
Yeah. Okay.
But, and he looks at you down, and he looks at you, Tiny. Lift your head, young one. You made a mistake. A grave error indeed. You allowed yourself to become close to a thing that made use of you. Take this into your heart. For the
Oh,
rest of
okay.
you, setbacks happen. We will have far more, and you all will be responsible for far more deaths of this clan before summer is over.
Okay. Has there been any other word of anything in the locale?
Kind of
Any-
shakes his head.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have pretty much all the information of things currently.
Well, thank you, Chief. We will get to work right away.
All right. So what would y'all like to do?
Just so I understand, Matt, the lumber situation we have now, or the timber situation, basically it's like 1 gold per 1 pound, you said, right? So
Yeah.
essentially, if we got our 1,300 pieces of gold, we would have our 1,300 pieces of timber.
You still have to gather it.
I see.
So
That was my question. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like you go in, get what you can, wait on your way out, and pay for taking it away.
Gotcha.
So we have to find a place to get the lumber, correct? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, you know
We
the
have-
place, the Timberland.
Right. So we just have to go there and deal with yeah,
But we don't have money to buy it with.
no. Okay, so what's our first priority?
I'm thinking that we could go to try to find that hidden place in the woods because we know that there's weapons there and we need those. There might be gold there and we need that.
I agree.
Going
Yeah.
into the woods means the elves might find us, though, yes?
This is a different woods.
Oh, well, I've been out of the loop on things, so thank you for that
Oh, that's great.
information.
We're glad to have you back on your feet.
As well as the police that you heard of is a little bit a different direction too. So there's ways to get around trespassing as long as you're not going into there with Fort Wood. And the chief also is going to make sure to tell the hunters of such things as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, I agree with the weapons and gold, and that sounds really like my best option right now.
I also agree.
Same.
Okay. So in that case, what we would do is it would be your week to explore and find this place, which is what you were trying to do. That the rumored sorry, forage. My gosh, that word wasn't coming to my brain.
Goodness.
So is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Final answer.
All right, Stadehager. Sorry. Oh, Dan. Stadehager. There we go. Trying to get that D with the slash correct in my tongue here. Okay, so as you are searching and go to find this, Have somebody give me a history check, please, whoever would like to.
I can.
Can I assist?
Yeah, we do advantage there. It's fine.
29.
Oh,
There we go.
I'm very good at history.
Perfect. So, in that case, a few things you reminder. This place was once a home to Yngvar Stedison, a Valakan blacksmith of immense renown, who wielded an enchanted warhammer that could shrink into a smith's hammer. It is said he encountered a fell dragon in Gegazol in battle, which is a profound thing from all of you quite familiar with Gegazol, versus of the Nine Heroes. They claimed a scale from her rotten hide and lived to tell the tale. And he once used cold fire to light his forge, but realizing his mistake, had sealed it away.
So, a smith's hammer that becomes a warhammer. Hist, what would be the purpose of such a thing?
Probably just practicality. To protect himself as well as, carry on his craft. Plus, a weapon that can switch inside can be very misleading when going into a fight.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Especially when it doesn't appear to be a weapon.
Sorry, what did you say his mistake was? That he realized and that's why he sealed it away?
Can I do a history check to see if I can...
I might have just not heard what Matt said.
Because of how he used to light the fire. Yeah.
Using cold fire.
I knew
Okay.
it was because of cold fire, but can I do a check to see what was if I know anything about cold fire to understand why that's a mistake?
I mean, with your 30, yeah, I'll let you have it here. So it's a good question. So cold fire itself is said to be the power of Gegozol, the great worm themselves. Which Gegozol is like a Dracolich ultimately, who breathes this cold fire and has the power of it. It essentially burns both cold and hot at the same time, and is horribly uncontrollable. Some places lit by that, because of its nature, burns so slow and hot at the same point that it could burn for hundreds of years and be uncontrollable.
Gotcha, so there's a chance that it'll still be burning when we find it. Okay, and he sealed it away because he didn't think he could control it and he didn't want anybody coming near.
Well, if it ever spread, then there would be no way to put it out.
Well, I think that... I feel like I know that cold fire has to be burned away with fire. Am I misremembering?
I'm not necessarily. I believe. But that is one of the things that sometimes helps it.
Gotcha.
We can always test if we find it and it's still lit.
So it's ultimately fire that then deals cold damage instead of fire damage. So it burns cold yet consuming.
I wonder if that would be useful in the summer. I feel like way to cool down a house.
Like a reverse heater?
Yeah.
Well, no, it probably. If it's so cold it feels hot, then. Oh, I see.
Like an
Yeah.
air cooler. We could call
Yeah.
it like an AC or something.
But wouldn't it heat it
It's
up
like
so
can-
cold that it's hot?
it conditions the heat to be more air-like.
Wow, I think you're onto something, Tiny.
I think you're gonna accidentally kill hundreds of people.
Going to
Or-
agree with them.
We can do as we've done for many years and store blocks of ice and sawdust.
Yeah, that's true.
Boring. I'm kidding.
Well, what would you find fun in this case, Asphalt?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. And Asphalt scurries away and finds Corgana very intense.
Is that the dragon's name, Matt?
It's not the dragon's name. That is the
the guy?
person's name.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Because I got the first part, Yingvar. You know me and my notes.
That's the dragon's name, Gigazol.
Corgana, don't take it personally. She just has to warm up to you yet.
Hesta's also hiding with Asphalt.
The lands are cold, and unfortunately, perhaps it would be better if my heart thawed with summer.
And why would your heart be frozen?
You've not bought me enough drinks to settle that story.
Ah, I see. Well, that'll have to come at another time since we do have an issue to take care of. So maybe upon our return.
Maybe you could try some cola.
Yeah, there is that.
It's one of the best ales out there.
If you
Although,
prefer that.
there may not be much out there right now as the meadery is closed.
Oh, that's right.
Well, that's why I don't have work to go to right now.
Do you work in a meadery?
I brew from time to time.
Really? What do you brew?
Things that keep you warm at night.
Like a fire?
Maybe a fire ale if the ingredients are around.
Hmm.
Things that'll keep warm you from head to toe. And depending upon how much you drink makes your head spin.
So it's like putting hot peppers in cola.
Sure.
Call it pepper cola.
But what else do we need to do to get to this forge?
Yeah. Well, you're walking now, trying to find.
Oh.
it, exploring.
Oh, sorry. I
This-
thought we were
this-
still doing other
You're
stuff.
good. You're good. This is all days of talking is what this
Gotcha.
This is like that's but the point taken there as eventually, finally, after a few days out searching, you find a steel door. Sorry, iron door, my bad. that's set into a rock side. Upon the door that's very rusted are the words, "Blades blunt, steel cools, flames gutter, souls slumber."
Boy, one of these. Hist, what do you make of that? I mean, you're smart.
Sorry, I missed that. I think I heard my name though.
It's those words. The iron door is set into weathered rock on this icy cliff. Though the metal itself seems to have been sundered with claw marks, deep and still smoking. Faint shrieking can be heard from within, like the winter wind screaming.
Can I do investigation check on it? Or can what do I understand the language on the door? I guess I understand giant.
Yeah, you do. I mean, this is written in Valakai.
Oh,
So blades blunt, steel cools, flames gutter, so slumber. I put it over there in private chat.
ah. Okay, yeah. So can I do like an investigation check on that to see if it's referring to any, or history check?
I would say you're not sure what it refers.
Okay.
Like, you do know it as, like, it sounds to go right with Stetherhager, this place, the Anverborough, and with Stethison. But as far as its meaning, what it might mean, ultimately, you're not sure.
Oh, it seems like it has something to do with the forge, right? Like steel and blades and flames.
Flames gutters.
This might be for the forge, and I'm wondering if it's a warning that we may release the flames with a cold fire if we open this door.
Yeah. Remember that time we ignored that warning in writing and we just kind of walked on in?
If we want to search and we need things, we may have to ignore the warning to find what we seek.
I'd say let's just all stay together this time.
We could also just try knocking to see if anybody is home.
If any ghosts disappear, let's just sleep in chains. So we're sure we're not possessed.
Yeah, how do you protect yourself from possession?
There's a few ways, most of which involve blessing water, all of which has been proving difficult, seeing as we don't have a good source of pure silver.
Short answer, you don't right now.
Okay.
From the chief's point of view, don't get too close. And by the sounds of the elves, kill it before it becomes a problem.
Do we need a code word? Like a password? Like if we suspect somebody's been possessed?
That'll only work if nobody's secretly possessed right now.
Or that they won't know the code word once possessing.
Yeah. Okay.
Matt, do the doors feel hot?
Examining the doors here, they don't. No, there's not heat.
Okay. Do there appear to be any traps?
I would say the seeming get seems to be of the smoking claws here seem to be more out of the cold, is what the door is.
Cool.
Too cold for the spring air.
Because the farther you get away from the forge, I imagine it more feels like normal cold, and less like a hot cold.
Yeah. As far as traps on the door, you do not seem to see any.
Okay. Well, should we open the door and go in, or I mean, do you want to search to see if there's another way in?
I mean, it's a forge, so there should be a ventilation piece. Somewhere the smoke has to come out, but
Well,
Probably don't want to jump down that.
yeah. Okay, then I'm going to open the doors, or attempt to.
Okay. And you open. And you can see in that the room, and this will be by default, all the rooms here are lit by blue cold fire, providing dim light. And
Can I
everybody
use-
come in. Yep.
Sorry, I just want to test. Can I try prestidigitation to put out one of the torches?
Okay. Prestidigitation does not seem to do this.
Okay.
I could make us extra sneaky if we're trying to sneak in.
Do we think there are gonna be creatures in here?
Well, there's fire in here, and I mean it is that non-ending fire, but still, with words on the door and. Oh, wait! I could do something. I know, and if you give me 10 minutes, I can check real quick.
I don't have a problem with that. I feel like we're not really in that much of a rush, so 10 minutes is gonna break
Okay.
the operation.
So Tiny is going to draw out a kind of a circle that is it would be 45 feet, 45-foot radius, and is ritually casting Clue. She wants to go over the course of the past 10 days to see if there's been any movement in this area.
Okay. That works.
while we wait, Asphalt, you say I'm kind of intense.
Oh no, you heard me say that.
Oh, you ran away. You said it with your body.
Oh. I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm not offended. I did not mean to scare you. So, how would you prefer to be spoken to?
Okay, well, your voice is kind of really low, and you kind of talk really slow, and so everything you say sounds really ominous. Like, even though you're giving me a choice right now, it even feels like I'm walking into a trap.
So,
I don't mean that as a bad thing. We are totally chill.
so you're saying get punched in the throat a few times to change my voice?
Well, no, you shouldn't have to change anything. Oh, look, this is all coming out wrong.
It's how you feel. It's not wrong. I just want to understand so we can work better together.
Well, you're really good at what you do. I mean, I know you kind of stayed in the back, but having you there for fighting Puck and stuff really was influential and made a huge difference. And well, I guess we should just get to know each other better.
As you wish.
Like,
But perhaps this... Oh, you have a question now.
well, yeah, like, have you always been from Clan Ragval? Like, did you come with them when they made it? Or were you somewhere else?
I came... by my choice. But no, I used to live farther south, and my people gave me up as part of a raid. And so
Oh.
I'm from much further south. But I learned my ways up here. I paid my dues. A bit harder than I would have liked. Earned my freedom. Now, I need to set some things right in the world. Some things have been taken, and I want them back.
Right. That doesn't sound intense at all.
When you say it like that. They were precious to me, Asphalt.
I'm sorry you lost them.
Reminders of home. But no need to get sentimental here. Does that help you understand a bit why I'm so intense?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You know, Griff has lost things too, and that kind of makes him intense also. So I get that.
Maybe I'll talk to Griff when we are in less ominous situations about how he deals with his loss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a good fit on you. Maybe you can use that when you're not so feeling so sure about yourself and need to talk to people.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Thanks, Gorgana.
Thank you, Asphalt. And Asphalt will just go back to seeing where Tiny is at with their preparations.
Absolutely. So
She smacks your feet if you try to get into the circle. Get away.
No, just want to see what's going on.
all right, very good. So Tiny, what you are able to see eventually through the 10 days is two shadowy beings float towards this door and pass through it.
So they left the area.
No,
Did they go to the exit? Or
they came into it.
Oh,
They
they
came
came
from
inside.
outside
Got
to
it.
go into this place,
All right.
and you don't see them exit.
Oh. Okay. So, based on my research, it appears that 2 beings entered this place within the last 10 days and have not yet left. I'm not sure if they're ghosts or not.
I would say it's reasonable for you to assume they seemed ghosts enough.
Oh God, they're ghosts. Guys, they're ghosts.
Don't forget about that runestone I gave you, Tiny.
Wait, what runestone?
I gave you a gift
What?
yesterday, I think. Or no, a week ago.
Above table, you gave it to her after she got possessed.
Oh, terrible news!
He has no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe it's still in your bag.
Okay, I go into my bag and I find this.
Let me see something here. Nope, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone. I don't have anything, Asphalt. What are you talking about?
Tiny, Tiny.
Oh my God.
I gave you a runestone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I worked really hard on it. It was
I'm
one of the only
sorry.
ones where the rune I got it right.
I don't know what I
No.
did.
Oh, Tiny. It's not your fault. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the situation.
Okay. Are you sure you're not mad at me because you were just really intense?
Yeah, sorry. It's something I'm practicing.
Okay.
It's
Well,
definitely not as bad as how you murdered somebody, so it's
What?
totally okay. I mean, sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. This is a sore subject, probably.
That was really mean, Asphalt.
No, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be mean.
All right.
Cordalis
So,
just laughing as they're having this conversation amongst it all.
with that, you can come in here and you see a long, dark chamber with 10 unlit hearths on either side of the room descends before you. Each hearth contains 9 skulls, each with a Velikan rune on its forehead, meaning vanquished.
There are 9 heroes of the sagas?
I believe so.
Or is it
Is that
7?
accurate?
It was 7.
7
Okay.
notes.
I mean, maybe there are some we don't know about because for reasons.
What? Why would this be here?
Why would what be here?
I don't know.
These 9 skulls, why would they be here?
I'm gonna go up to one of them and try to take a closer look.
Okay. While they are doing that, is anything else that anyone wants to do around here?
The skulls are where, you said, Matt?
In hearths.
Okay.
There's 10 unlit hearths on either side of the room. Each hearth contains 9 skulls.
Ah, so there's more than 9 skulls.
Yeah.
I
There's
see.
90 of them.
Are they both arranged in the same way?
He what?
Are the skulls just like are they arranged in a way in the
Are
heart?
they arranged in the same way? Yes. But if you want to search deeply, you could do an investigation check if you so desire.
I would like to.
Okay. So, Bjorgen Hess can do that.
I'm wondering if we have to light those skulls with the cold fire.
Dirty 20.
Then you, spending about a minute here, you're able to find Valaka runes built into the floor. And they read, "By the sight of Yingvar's vanquished foes, tread with respect. To rob the Anver barrow is to invite the hammer's blow."
Do you all see this on the floor here? I'm not sure we want to take anything.
Then, Tiny, as you're investigating the skulls on one of the hearths, they burst with icy blue flames. Give me a deck save, Tiny.
I'm gonna go get a look. Hold on. That's not good.
Alright.
Hold on. Yeah, it's 11. And I don't think. Yeah, I don't have that. Okay, that's 11.
Do you maybe remember a conversation you had recently with Corgana that might help you in this moment? Perhaps?
Maybe.
Or not? I don't know what you're doing, Jackie.
I don't. What conversation are we talking about?
So at the
Do you wanna
beginning of the
flash?
session, I said you could flash back to like character time with Kurgana.
Oh.
Reroll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Where do you imagine this is?
Probably. I am feeding the animals at Cole's place, and I invite Corgana to come meet the animals, the wolves, and everything that we found. And I'm just kind of introducing the wolves to Corgana, so they're used to his scent.
These are friends of yours?
Well, they're friends of all of ours. See, Cole and the others, they befriended these wolves out in the forest, and so we kind of provided them a home here, and they actually get along well with the sled dogs. So yeah, they just kind of do their thing, and we feed them, and sometimes they like to go out into the woods and, you know, that sort of thing.
But this is what you like to do.
Well, I mean, it's what I was trained to do. I mean, I used to, I was a thrall once, and so I kind of just picked up trades here and there, and just, you know, I kind of worked for Cole for a long time, and he was real kind to me, and I guess I just kind of took over for him when he died.
What clan took you?
Morgang.
What was that like?
Well, actually, you know, I mean, well, I was with a couple who lived there, and they kind of took me in, and, you know, they just had me, you know, do household things for them, and, you know, I mean, it was good work. I kind of took care of things, and, you know, sometimes took care of the yard, and, you know, cooked them dinner and that sort of thing. I never really met my actual family or anything, but but I've kind of narrowed it down. That I think one of them was an orc, and one of them was probably a halfling. Hence why I'm so short.
Well, it sounds like you had things easy.
Well, Morgung is kind of, I guess, in some ways, yeah. And plus, when you think about it, serving others is a good calling, and they were mostly okay with me, and that sort of thing. I guess. I don't know if it was easy, but it was, because I didn't really have a family or anything, but,
As you're saying this, you see the usually intense, or at least the intense pieces of Corgana that you've seen, are a bit softer, and her voice, or his voice, is a bit softer as well in the intensity scale of things. Well, I'm very happy that you were able to find things that bring you joy, as you seem to do that. Thank you for both introducing to keep me safe and to get reacquainted while I figure my way around here. Thank you.
Can I ask you one question before? If we ever encounter like a strange group of skulls, would it be a good idea to kind of like be careless with it, or should I be cautious?
Depends on what you need to do in that moment. Sometimes the only way to move forward is to get burnt by the fire.
That's a good point. I'll keep that in mind.
If you need someone to get burnt, though, you should probably let me in. Good for taking a beating or two.
All right, then we'll come back, and Tiny, give me another. You can re-roll that die.
It is a 21.
Oh, very good. In that case, you back off quickly and only take 4 cold damage from the flames, and you don't catch on fire for making the save.
Yeah, so I can take a beating. Just like Corgana taught me.
It bursts, as does all the other hearths. The room now lit heartily in the blue light, and bursting from them, you see a form of pure cold fire in front of Tiny, wishing to demolish them.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and give me initiative.
Jeez.
Oh no, Gorgana!
This is usually why I play clerics and utility pieces, because I roll so badly.
Oh, jeez.
And yes, Matt, I will get something over to the art team this week.
Very good. All right, so I still need Griff and Hist.
Everyone's here today, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry, I had to get it open on my computer so you'd be able to see it.
I see Hist. I need Griff. You there, Molly? Molly?
The cold fire got him.
Right. Well, then we will continue. Oh, there's
I
Griff.
did it, 14. Sorry.
14.
The RP was going on, so I was like, I could take a step away to throw my focaccia in the oven.
I totally got you because the Bluetooth headphones. You're like, I'm good. Initiative. Crap. I love it.
Gotcha.
All right, so our order here is Orin up top, followed by Bjorg. There we go. And then Griff, then Asphalt, then Tiny Tusk.
For the record, I tried to print 9 skulls for each thing. They're too small and they're a pain in the ass.
And then Hist and Corgana. All right. Ooh, there's the being of flame. Cold fire. Orion, it is your turn.
Okay, so the freebie roll initiative stance I'm going to take is cross the blades of the defender.
Nice.
So that gives me bonus to my AC equal to my charisma modifier, and then I'm going to move up to Tiny. So my movement speed is moved to 20. Can I get to Tiny?
Yeah.
Great. Tiny uses what kind of weapon?
She uses a, I believe it's a heavy crossbow. Yeah, heavy crossbow.
Bonus action, casting magic weapon on Tiny's crossbow.
Ooh,
And
nice.
then I'm going to take an action to, I don't know, I guess try and hit the thing with my blades, because that seems like a great idea.
All right.
The 26 to hit.
That hits.
One plus 4, 5 damage, which is normal, not special damage.
Okay, so that will be halved, and you, as you strike, the cold fire sears your skin for 5 cold damage.
Beep.
Is that it?
If you hit it, it hurts. Try doing ranged. That'll be my turn.
All right, Bjorg.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action, spend 2 maneuver points to cast or to do shadow striking technique on my short sword.
Nice.
And so for the next 10 minutes, I can get an additional 1d8 necrotic damage. And I can stand 10 feet back from it because it increases my reach by 5.
Oh, nice.
So I am going to move up to it, or 10 feet away from it.
Move you over here.
All right.
And I'm going to swing at it with my short sword. For a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that will be, whoops. Oh, yeah, 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so it's mundane.
Right.
Halved 4.
An additional 10 points of damage for the sneak attack, because
Nice.
Tiny is within 5 feet. And then, where is it? Well, just do it this way. An additional 6 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
And that will be my turn.
All right. With that, as is going on, you see 7 bats fly from the ceiling all around all of you, buzzing about your heads, distracting you, giving the help action mechanically to this Cold Fire Elemental. As it's going to go ahead and reach out to Tiny Tusk.
And it needs to do a con save.
Okay. It's a 4.
That'll fail, so it has disadvantage on all attacks until the start of its next turn.
Okay. So what's that feature again?
It's one of my fighting stances for my ranger subclass. I have 4 that I have to choose from at the start of initiative.
Okay.
This one's the blizzard one.
Okay. All right. Then that is 21 to hit you.
That will hit.
All right, that is 11 cold damage. And you are on cold fire. Then it'll reach out towards Orem for a 19 to hit.
Needs a 22.
Oh, very nice. Then art department, it's going to use its movement here. It has 50, and it is large, so you know what its base is. And it's going to attempt to move through the group, occupying all of their spaces as it moves through, catching all of them on cold fire. And it can end in a space if it wants.
Okay, I did everybody.
All right. So, okay, so each of you, so everyone here will take, oh, that will only be 1 cold fire damage. It's 1 cold.
So then it's really kind of pointless for me to use uncanny dodge.
Yeah, it wouldn't work anyway because it wasn't an attack.
Okay.
All right.
Absorb elements.
Matt, did any of that movement provoke opportunity?
Yeah, so Artemar, what would have provoked the ops? Who would have gotten them?
Bobby, Jackie, Aiden, Molly, and Robin.
All right, so those of doing that would be able to make melee attacks upon them. The ones that she just said.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep.
23.
A 10.
Okay, miss.
9 for my 23.
Right. That would be 7 cold fire damage to you, Orin.
14.
That hits.
I mean, you can. The question is, do you want?
8 damage, and does my sap get off on him too?
What's that?
Disadvantage on attack or on their next attack before the start of my
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Mine was a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having to reverse engineer my weapon because I didn't shillelagh it. Okay. That is 4 magical bludgeoning. Plus 2 cold.
All right. It does not take any cold damage.
Makes sense.
All right. So everyone who hit with a melee, that is 7 cold damage to you.
Halved to 3 or 4.
Because you have cold resistance.
Uh-huh.
The cold fire bypasses cold resistance.
That's crazy. Okay.
The reasoning being is it burns you. It doesn't do what cold normally does.
It's from
it.
Totally makes sense if this doesn't change it, but it was from absorb elements, which gives me resistance to the triggering damage type, which is cold in this case, so I imagine it's the same thing. But if it's in response to this particular person's attack, if I would have resistance to their attack.
Yeah, so I'll give it to you to the triggering. It's absorb elements though.
Yeah. So it is cold damage.
It is cold, so it wouldn't do it now.
Okay, great. Good to know.
Okay. Very cool. All right. So I took that. Then Griff, we come to the top of your turn as you're on fire.
Owie. Do.
Oh, just take at the start of your turn. Okay, so this round. Then, all right, that would be 6 cold damage at the start of your turn.
Do. Just bringing some stuff up right now on my other screen. Alrighty. Okay. I'm going to release mana using my channel divinity. And if I can find out where it went. There it is. Okay. So I gained 3 temp hit points.
Nice.
And channel divinity was my action. So then bonus action, I'm going to use my skirmish tactics to disengage. And move about 10 feet behind him, the elemental.
Got it.
Like there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. Then Asphalt, 6 cold at the start of your turn and take your turn.
I definitely shouldn't have been able to take an op attack before because I had used absorb elements. So I'll say that was my action. So we can
Gotcha.
keep all of that damage and stuff.
Sure.
And as a bonus action, I will shillelagh, and
You
I will
got
not move. I'll stay here.
Perfect. Tiny Tusk, 6 cold damage.
Yuck.
And go
Alright.
ahead.
I'm gonna try to move myself, I guess into the in sort of the center here, so I can aim at him in such a way that my crossbow is pointing at him, and he's kind of able to move backwards if I hit him.
Okay.
No. Yeah, in the center of the group. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
sort of
can't.
like that.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I'm trying to angle this because I can push him if I hit him.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Cool.
All right. And I can also shoot from melee, so I won't trigger any op attack if need be.
You're not melee, don't worry.
Okay. All right. So I am now the magic crossbow. Does that add anything to my stats?
Son of
I'm not sure what crossbow you have.
I cast
Bobby
magic
just made
weapon
it
on
magic.
the.
Oh, magic weapon. No, I think it just made. Well, what does it do? You can tell us, Goran.
Let me see. It does the following. It's a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Okay. All right. So I'll add that.
And it's
to
magical.
whatever I want. All right. So I'm gonna take a shot. Oh wait. First things first. Bonus action. I'm going to Hunter's Mark you. And now I am going to take a shot. So that'll be 29 to hit.
Very good.
And that'll be 13 piercing plus an additional 4 piercing.
Very
I'm sorry,
nice.
4 force for the Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Going to shoot again. Oh yeah, that one also. He needs to do a if he is yeah, there's no save as long as he's large or smaller.
Okay. So that moves him. What? How far back?
10 feet back.
So 10 feet back. And then, okay.
Right.
And they wouldn't pass through anybody's space.
Nope.
Okay. And now I'm going to shoot again. That one is a 24 to hit,
That hits.
and that will do 15 piercing and 1 force.
Nice.
And that will be I'm going to use the rest of my movement to kind of move myself toward there's not a direction here, but the right where it's empty, that area over there, to kind of space us out a bit. Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
Got it. Then hiss, starting with the 6 cold damage.
All right. I will cast Melf's Meteor Missiles and use my bonus action to fling 2 at a skull.
At a skull?
Or
The creature?
I'm kind of just curious if the skulls, destroying the skulls, are gonna help, but no. I guess it's done with the creature.
Okay. Make the attack.
It's a dex save.
Oh, dex save. Sorry about that.
15.
Here we go.
And then
4!
and one more.
22.
All right, so 6 damage, fire damage for the first one, 5 fire damage halved. So I don't know if it gets rounded up or down.
8 total here. Very good. It burns, starts to leading some of the cold fire. Anything else?
That is it.
All right. Then Kargana, starting with the 6 cold damage.
Awesome. As the walls are blocking some of what is going on over there, and also I don't know which figure am I.
You are the Silver Dragonborn.
Point it out to him, please.
Right here.
Perfect. Thank you.
I will
Cool.
move the camera so you... Oh, hold on. The camera's setup. It's the
Thank
same
you.
setup as the other side, really, but I will move it. Just ask. That is not a problem.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I just wasn't sure how much space I had to possibly deal before I accidentally set Griff on fire for what I'm about to do.
It's all right. Our one camera went down, so we're kind of we usually have an overhead.
Okay. Well, thank you. All right. So that's that. And so, is there a path where I could push 10 feet past Griff without setting Griff on fire somewhere? If I were to be adjacent to it? I think there is, but I just want to confirm.
You don't want to set Griff on... I mean, you can come right here and push the path this way.
Yeah, so it looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I will hug it. In that regard, and by hug it, I mean I will use Booming Blade to attack this creature.
Nice.
Is there another ally within 5 feet of it or no? I don't think so, but I just want to confirm.
None of your allies are in your way.
No, not Jason.
Within 5 feet.
None of them. They're all 10.
Okay, perfect. 13.
That hits.
All right. So the first part will be regular damage or non-magical. So 13 regular.
Okay.
And then I believe all of it, and then the rest of it becomes light thunder, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not used to. Hit the top. Yeah, and then normal. Okay, and then it takes a D8 of thunder. So 8 thunder damage is pushed
nice.
10 feet away from me. And so should it decide that it needs to move, it will take additional pain and suffering. And then I will cast, as a bonus action, Armor of Agathis on myself.
Very cool.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, we go back up to Orin.
Sorry, I was having a magic case of the Yanni, so I walked around. So I wasn't falling asleep. So now that I'm not in melee range of it, Orin is going to you see focus come across Orin's face, and energy sort of build up in front of his head, and he's going to do Sorceress Burst, psychic damage. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 6 cold on Orin's turn as well.
So it's 8 psychic damage.
Nice.
And then is stop, drop, and roll a movement action?
It's an action to put out the flames.
Okay. Then that'll be my turn.
Okay. 6. Then Bjorg, 6 cold.
All right. And I would like to move within 10 feet of it.
And then I forgot. I'm sorry. Kurgana, you did a melee hit
Yes.
on it, so that will be 9 cold damage.
Okay, and then the other thing, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this as well, is that the damage from the blade is also necrotic, so it would have been 13 necrotic, not piercing or slashing.
Okay, cool. All right, Bjorg.
Okay. So swinging at it again with my short sword. Actually, bonus action, steady aim first.
Nice.
15.
That hits.
All right. So 5 points of piercing. An additional 12 for the sneak attack, and then
How do you want to kill it?
Whoa.
cutting it right in half.
All right. With that, it perishes and is gone. And you are left alone. The bats fly away and scatter. What would you like? However,
I'd like to put my flames out, please.
Fire out.
okay.
Yeah.
Everyone take basically when we roll the die. Because you take it at the start of your turn. So then everyone take an additional 4 cold as you put your flames out.
I smudge one of the runes that have been drawn on me as I do this. I'm going to spend a maneuver point to reduce some of that damage.
Let's get naked, everybody. All our clothes are on fire. So the blue flames do go out.
No.
No, that's not good.
Just don't get too close to them.
That kind of felt comfy.
Very cool and relaxed.
Do you think if we poke the other hearts, that's going to happen again?
Quite possibly, but let's not find out.
Sorry about that. I gotta rejoin the group.
What for, Tiny? We talked about sometimes you have to poke the fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Just not this one.
Right. Well, as you all decide what's next, we're going to go ahead and take our break and come back. Alrighty. Let's get on back. So, I will say out of this chamber, there is another set of stairs that lead down further.
Knowing what we do now after the interaction, and then taking the time to think about the runes that said Vanquish on the skulls heads, would I do some kind of check on the rune itself to know, like, if we try and interact with the skulls, would another encounter happen? And is the rune there to make the elemental come?
Well, give me an investigation check.
Is my ability to do this what comes from the because I have the feat for runes for invalid?
Okay, yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and do intelligence plus proficiency is what we're do because you have the runes.
Okay. And you said investigation check? Or
Yeah.
intelligence? Okay.
I said intelligence with proficiency for the runes. That's what I was saying.
Got it. $15. No. 18.
Um, 18. You actually examine. You don't think that touching these skulls or interacting with them summon this in any way. Looking specifically, it seems your presence here caused these to light as living things have entered, and that this was probably just either a creature that was living here or possibly maybe a defense mechanism for those who would come in.
Okay.
That, it specifically seems to be made to, so looking more at kind of within the floor and just some of the magic in the room, that this thing particularly was made to destroy any living creature that is here.
Guys, I think that this place is booby trapped. Just for our presence. I don't know if being careful is gonna protect us.
Well, that was a ghost. It said boo. It was a boo bee trap.
Uncharacteristic coming from you, Corgana. You keep surprising me left and right.
Why? You've got to find humor in the dark things as well as the light things.
Fair enough.
Besides, puns are a great punishment while we're here.
Oh man, it keeps going.
Just like these stairs. Shall I go first? Or shall we keep staring at each other?
Jeez, just go.
All right.
Corgana will lead the way down the stairs.
Very cool. The circular chamber you come into holds lit torches at each cardinal direction. And dominating the space are dozens of furs, skins, rugs, and pelts. All of them taken from various lycanthropes of Alika. The largest of these is a massive bearskin cloak, skull streaked with blood. A rune underneath reads, "Remains of Noroth, the Timber King."
Does the name Noroth ring a bell at all?
I think there's tales of Noroth as horrible, or not so horrible, but as a warrior for the lycanthropes, but that's about it. So as you're looking, there seems to be dozens of these mannequins that hold various types of lycanthrope remains. The largest being a mannequin that holds this Noroth, the werebear pelt.
Do you guys think this is something you do for your friends? Or is this like a trophy room?
Time out. I need somebody to catch me up on what's going on.
So you went from the other room to this room, where there's dozens of lycanthrope pelts on mannequins. The biggest of which, and what looks like a centerpiece, is one from a werebear that is labeled Noroth. So remains of Noroth the Timber King.
And so this is right after the skeleton room?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And is there any other doors or anything that we can see at the moment without going further in from here? Or
Yeah,
no?
you can see at the other end, opposite where you're coming in, there are doors that are shut.
Oh. Based off what we know, thanks to our wonderful historian, these people seem to like to collect trophies. We had the dragon scale. Now we've got this. It just seems like...
Don't forget all those skulls upstairs. Those could be considered trophies as well.
This does not feel like something does for one's friends as one does for one's enemies, like staking heads on pikes or chaining people to trees and leaving their forests abandoned. This is a warning.
Well, the runes upstairs did say to rob the anvil barrow is to invite the hammer's blow.
No, we didn't even take anything, and we still got a light slap on the wrist. Get it? He was on fire.
Well, that
Again. Jackie, I'm not sure if you also caught the runes indicated that it was bad for living people.
I did not.
Yeah, the runes are specifically designed. Everything is designed to keep away any living being.
Yeah, that was in the previous room, yeah.
In the previous room. The puns may continue. I am done.
So this, when I look at this fur coat,
All right.
Corgana will go with Tiny this time.
All right, you come up to the coat. What do you want to do?
does it look like the coat that the other werewolf we met was wearing?
Other werewolf.
The lady that was the meadery.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Sorry. No, this is their skin.
It's like a pelt coat.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a bearskin cloak, which is probably aware of a werebear, right? So it's like their skin.
So wait a minute. Why would they be hanging up werebear?
He forged out of dragon scale. He's got the runes of skulls of the vanquished up above. More things vanquished here and their flesh removed to display. Do you think we should best mine our mannequins and be on our best behavior?
Well, I'm just looking for the timber. Or the weapons, rather.
Maybe it's further down. But there were also 4 sets of words on the door with between blades blunt, steel cools, flames gutter, and soul slumber. Maybe there are 4 separate chambers that go further in.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you touch this cloak.
I was asking the group.
Oh, okay.
I think it would look quite majestic on you, Tiny. There's the part about respect.
I wasn't going to take it. I just wanted to know if it was real.
Sometimes you have to touch the fire.
Okay. I'll take my hand and just kind of...
There's a little devil on your shoulder?
pet the coat with my little hand.
All right, your hands go over this now, like kind of soft cloak. Seems very thick and could offer a fair bit of protection.
Oh, I mean, that would make a good coat, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm worried if we come across some werebears and werewolves and werecats that they might not take kindly to that.
They might think you a hunter of their kin.
Yeah.
Or that they will see you as someone who is returning what is either gone or being respectful of what has been taken from them. Is the marking directly on it or is it above it?
It's like on the mannequin.
Oh, it's on the mannequin, but not on the coat itself, marking it as such.
Yeah.
You've convinced me, Tiny. To treat it with respect would be to not leave it as a museum piece. And Corgana will proceed to move as if they're going to take it off.
What are you doing?
You said it was a nice coat.
Well, yeah, but we shouldn't touch it, right? We were not supposed to take it. They said don't steal anything.
I'm not stealing it. I'm putting it to use. This is an armory. You want to take weapons. You want to take things that are useful, yes?
Well, I don't. Asphalt. What? Are we taking these?
Would they be useful to the clan? I think that's the ultimate question, right?
Maybe.
Oh, good.
Do we want to risk it?
I don't. But
I mean, there was a warning in the other room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt, is there anything else of note in this room, like on the floor or the ceilings?
Norm in general?
Walls?
Not really.
Okay.
We will have to be prepared for the fact that taking it will probably trigger something.
Yeah, I've triggered enough things lately.
Corgana is at the moment just muttering words of respect for this fallen person in Draconic.
All right, what do y'all want to do?
While Corgana is deciding whether or not he's going to take that cloak, the fur, I'm gonna check out the door.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
16.
16. Well, the door is iron. It doesn't seem to be locked.
Any sort of traps on it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door, everybody. I open the door. Nobody told me not to.
All right. So, in that case, you see a 60-foot hallway. They then opens up to a much larger room. A ethereal light illuminates the chamber in deep and chilling blue. Suspended in the middle of the room by dozens of heavy chains is a thick glass box etched with runes. The glass looks like it's about to shatter. Within, pressed against all sides, is an undulating being of blue flame.
I don't think we want to break that box. And I don't know if there's any way we can maybe add more stability to it.
Okay.
Before I move into the hallway, I am going to check the floors, the wall, and the ceiling for any traps.
Give me a perception check.
Ten.
Does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. I'm going to step in and check again. Hey, I have learned to check in front of me before I take a step.
So you come in. Yeah, give me another perception check.
A 12.
I don't see any traps. All looks all right.
Might I just take a stock around us? Because it feels to me like we're approaching the end of this place that we're in, and we have yet to come find the shadowy ghost people that we knew walked in and didn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Could I take a look to see if we're alone besides the figure in the box?
Sure, give me a perception check.
Can I also do an Arcana check on the box to see if it's related to, like, what it is?
Yeah.
Flame.
Matt, I have a question about Augury.
Okay.
So, it as stated, it says that that I will receive results of a course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. If that action that we were going to take was to accidentally release this creature, would that count as a course of action?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as we kind of like step into the room, Griff is going to kind of like kneel down, sweep his hand across like the floor in case like it's dust covered or just to like clear space. He's gonna take out this pouch that has bones in it, and he's gonna feel the creeping cold hands on his shoulders, and he's gonna ask Mana to tap into like the spiritual realm, and if what omen she will give if we accidentally release this creature.
I would say wheel. is the omen you get.
And he kind of like takes the bones in his hand, like taps them hard on his fist hard on the stone, and then tosses them. And the way they fall crossed. Well, that's a positive omen.
Is there an exit nearby that we see?
I mean, I've described. Yeah, we already said there was. Here. Oh, you mean from that room? There is one at the other end. Yeah, there's a set of doors.
Okay.
Got a 17 on the perception. Sorry, Jackie.
Yeah, you don't see any. There's, from what you can tell, you don't see anybody.
Okay.
I'd like to go ahead and do another clue cast.
Oh, wow.
By the casting clue by the exit.
Okay.
Also, I gotta.
As you come into the room, it bursts open.
Oh, jeez.
You comes in here. And it quickly moves towards Tiny. What do you want to do?
I thought we were already in the room.
Nope. Everyone was in the hallway.
Oh, I think I missed that part when I was getting here. Okay.
So the box just broke open. The thing holding the elemental.
Tiny, what are you doing?
What am I doing? What
Yeah,
is it?
it's coming towards you. It's about to encase you and kill you forever. What are you going to do?
What?
What are you doing?
I guess
We're gone. Oh.
running away.
Okay. Very cool. You quickly, whoom, and it seems to ignore Tiny. And it moves towards the wall.
Stop. I'm gonna do it in primordial.
Okay. Ooh, very interesting. So we say that. Anything else anybody wants to do in this moment? So.
Whoever I'm close to, I'm holding them kind of back.
Okay.
I want to be like
Soccer mommy.
There's soccer mommy.
I'm like hard break soccer mom to the chest.
I want to try to be like keeping up with it, just to like see where it go, like in case it like goes through something. I want to see.
Okay. So it kind of stands there. Sounds like Asphalt.
Well, this is I think gonna be a bad, but I'm not sure. But it is like Asphalt's reaction to seeing this. She's gonna cast Entangle. I do flavor it like the ground tries to grab them, but it is plants, like magical plants. So I just would like to make that known. But it is flavored as rocks.
Perfect.
So it is a strength save.
Yeah, so I was pulling up here. That's a 13.
Oh, it fails.
All right, so it is restrained. Saying that, yeah. So what depends what you want to do here.
Guys, I got it. What do we do?
I'm gonna talk to it and find out why it's here and why it was stuck here.
I would say, as you kind of talked primarily before, feeling it doesn't seem to respond or know what the heck you're saying.
Oh, it doesn't. Interesting.
It doesn't. Because I see, like, now this thing, it's sort of like, it's almost like a blob of cold fire that is moving across the floor.
I'm gonna try giant and then dwarvish.
Does it look like it's still just trying to go somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna reach out to the little voice in my head and say, "Do you know what this is?"
Okay. I talked to him about the voice.
That'd be my patron.
Oh, very
Uh,
nice.
Which would be Gormadrog.
Yes, give me. Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Just straight charisma. Okay.
Mhm.
14.
So Gomadrog, I think you get the sense that this is kin to Gomadrog. It is potentially bits of his blood left behind, but animate.
That's crazy.
Corgana's gonna step towards it.
Okay.
And provided no one else stops, is gonna get within touching distance of it.
All right. I think in this way, it does get to make a check against that, right? The restraint.
Yes, it is a athletics check against the same DC, which is 15.
Okay. 22.
Oh, there it goes.
So you step near it. Finally, it kind of enlarges and snaps the vines and tries to go away from you towards this wall.
I'm going to try and lightning lure it to me.
Amazing. Give me a attack roll, I guess.
It's a strength saving throw on it.
Strength safe, okay. It would be 15.
Where is my? It's 4 plus. It's exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay.
Anything else anybody's doing?
Orin is going to say to Griff, "Is this good to let it go? What did your thing mean?"
Well, it was a positive omen, meaning that releasing it would have been a good thing.
Then I guess we let it do what it's doing.
Real quick, can I do an Arcana investigation check on it to just like figure out what it was created to do? Is there anything I could do on it to like?
Yeah, do an Arcana.
Cool, I got advantage on this. A dirty 20.
I think we should let it go and follow it.
I got dirty 20.
All right. Dirty 20. It, from what you would understand, I mean, it seems to be code fire itself, but in like a slime of it. And as it would move through the forest and woods and wherever it would go, it would spread cold fire.
Yeah, we should not. We should definitely not let this thing go.
Is it medium?
It's large.
Ah.
Is there a door? I'm gonna close the door in case it breaks out.
I would say with the investigation, it looks like there is like a 1-inch crack in the wall that it's going towards.
Oh, I'm gonna conjure a floating disc and use it to block the hole.
Okay. In that case, I guess everyone roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh wait, this is the wrong roll. I didn't add initiative. I got 26. For some reason, just rolled a d20.
Right. Okay, see here. What'd you get, Hist?
26.
Okay, cool. All right, looks like I got everybody else. Very cool. It got super low here. So let me get back. There we go. All right. In that case, Hist, you'll go first.
How long has it been since our last fight?
I'd say about 10 minutes.
Okay, so my spell's gone.
Guys, the shelf came off the wall. I'm gonna be a minute.
Oh no. Go ahead, Hist.
Okay. I will just cast Magic Missile. Actually, no. I'm gonna cast the Minute Meteors again, and fling 2 for 2 Dex 15 saves.
Okay. So that is a 15 and a 12.
All right, then that is 8 for the first one, halved to 4, and then the second one's 9.
They're both fire.
Yes.
Okay, so it shrieks. It seems to be vulnerable to fire. So that's a total of 26 damage.
Awesome. Then that's it.
Got it. Tiny Tusk.
Well, just so I don't get confused, where is it?
It is 20 feet away from where it was going, which is the crack that is now blocked.
Okay. I will. I'll do a hunter's mark,
It's not 100% accurate, but there's a map up now.
and I will take my crossbow and go ahead and take a shot.
All right.
$22.
That hits.
7 piercing and 2 force. And shoot again.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Hits.
7 piercing and 5 force. And then move me away.
All right. And then Griff.
Okie dokie. I'm going to. It's how many? 3. So I'm going to pass my hand through the air and gather, and like as I pull my hand through, 3 little wisps coalesce around my fingers, and I shoot them out to Tiny, we'll do Tiny, Bjorg, and
Don't waste it on Bjork. She's not even in the room.
I thought we were all in the room.
Bjork had gone over looking at the next room.
Oh, okay. Then Orin. and our new friend, Corgana. With Bless.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right, then Corgana.
Corgana is going to walk up to this with the information that they have. And at the moment, it seems a bit more than what I want. So I will try to I will booming blade it so that way it stays my close proximity friend.
All right.
19.
19 hits.
All right. So it'll take 9 necrotic and 7 thunder.
Nice. It is looking greatly diminished.
Oh. And as it was looking for a place to go, is it possible to step into its space?
I would say you could probably get on it. It doesn't seem to like let you inside of it necessarily.
Okay. I will get closer then.
Okay. Cool. And then Bjorg.
Okay, sorry. So just so I understand where we are, is this the room where the mannequins are?
No.
Okay. Well, that's the room that I'm near. That's where the mannequins are.
Well, because you had left that room looking into the passage to this room.
Right. Which I'm still 50 feet back from this room.
Right, because you were so that's the hard thing when you're saying I'm investigating the hallway for traps. I generally would assume you're walking the hallway, investigating it for traps. So you're probably more at the cusp of this room. Because otherwise, it would be very hard to like look for traps. If that makes sense. But you can be where you want to, more or less.
Well, I guess I'm just confused. So basically what that means is everybody just barged on by me while I was trying to be cautious getting into this room.
Yes. That is what everyone did. They were like, you're like, I'm going to look everybody, and they went, and they walked right by you.
Tiny went to cast Clue, and Corgana was going with Tiny in that regard.
Yeah, so Tiny ran in, and they wanted to follow Tiny. So not everyone really. It was really... And now I don't think people just move themselves in the room, but it was Tiny and Kurama push themselves in.
Okay, well then Bjork is stunned. She's just standing there stunned.
Okay.
So she's not doing anything.
You got it. And then Orin.
Orin is going to launch a Sorcerous Burst, fire at the thing.
Got it.
22.
That hits.
10 fire damage.
All right. That would do 20.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. Asphalt.
Asphalt's pretty confused. I mean, she respects Griff so much, but Hist is also really smart, and they're saying opposite things. So Asphalt is gonna kinda... Actually, could Could I examine the space where the oozy fire came from? Are there like more runes with warnings or anything around
So
its particular space?
yeah, the runes that seem to be on the glass that contained it seem to be that of containment. This was something that was meant to be kept prisoner.
Hmm. Okay. And is there, examining this stuff, do I get a sense of whether it was just time that wore this down, or was it tampered with by something else in here?
All right, so this would be your action.
Yeah. Fully
but-
intend for this to be my action.
Yeah, I would say seems like it has taken a large amount of time to weaken it. And then in this place where no living thing seems to have been in a very long time, basically the body heat in this cold area was enough to finish the cracking of the glass.
Whoa. Okay. Oh. All right, I'll just file that away in my mind. Well, I guess I say it out loud. And I will, shillelagh just to be safe. And that's my turn.
All right. All right, this thing. It put in blue, blah. My gosh, it has the thing on it, so it will like still go 20 feet towards the wall there, and then realize that there's this disc over it, not letting it get out of here.
It's gonna take the booming
yeah.
blade damage.
Yep.
Okay. 7 more thunder.
Okay. I think in just sort of trapped, horrified animal kind of reaction, it'll spray a 15-foot cone, trying to get who it can. Might get 2, it looks like, but our department can tell me.
Gonna get the Dragonborn and Tiny Tusk.
Okay, so Tiny.
Tiny isn't there. I said Tiny moved away at the end of my turn. She should be close to the corner.
Okay.
Terribly sorry.
All right,
I
cool.
was trying to put the shelf back together, so I was probably missing something.
All right. So let me see. Does it get the other one the other direction or no? Or just get.
No, it's just get the Dragonborn.
All right. Very cool. Then it'll just be Kurgama there, or Kurgana with a dex save.
I'm great at those. No, I'm not good at those. That's an 8.
Okay, so
Did you use your bless?
Oh, thank you. Maybe that will help. We'll see. Thank you very much. That's another one, so 9.
All right. All right. That would be 13 code damage. And the area around there ignites in code fire, as does Kurgana. So it is burning with the blue flame.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Hist. I'm sorry, not hist. No, it is hist. Because the old hist is at the bottom and it's a 0 initiative. I'm like, oh no, wait, nope, but they got high initiative. Oops.
I will. I'm gonna fling 2 more meteors at him because I'm not convinced.
Got it.
2 dex, 15 saves.
All right. Let's see here. 3 and 6.
That's 10 fire damage total, doubled to 20.
Yeah. How do you want to kill it?
The two meteors just fly into it, and as the flame like slowly changes from starts to like lose its bluish color before like fading out, like from getting heated up.
Okay. All right, so we've got Code Fire on Kurgana, and there's Code Fire on the floor. So because of that, yes.
Oops, sorry. That was just a bonus action. So can I just try to use a fire action to firebolt him to put it out?
Yeah, you want to fire Kurgana?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
22 to hit.
That hits Kurgana.
4 damage.
All right, that's 4 fire Kurgana, and the Code Fire goes away.
That's all I can do.
Right. In that case, we will leave initiative since the spreading Code Fire can be dealt any way you'd like to. It's not an immediate threat.
I'm gonna shoot more firebolts at it till it's out.
Okay, that's easy enough. As we'll come back.
I'd like to investigate the space that it perished in.
All right. What are you trying to find out?
I think what Griff would be wanting to find out would be like if there's any kind of like arcane remnant of it, because from his knowledge of Cold Fire, there's plenty of people back from Clan Limgiri that basically worshipped this stuff, and like their worship of it pretty much consumed them to the point where Cold Fire essentially consumed them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also stories about how their tattoos can be empowered by Cold Fire.
Yes. So what are you trying? So what are you trying to figure out? Because I mean, this stuff you know.
That if there's like any kind of like arcane remnants of what that are left here.
Yes. Okay. That should be a survival check then.
Okay. $14.
Perfect. All right. With that, then you're able to collect in a bottle, if you'd like, the remains of this. And I'd say with your checks, you would be able to know that someone with alchemist supplies or proficiency in there could, in fact, make a flammable tincture with this.
While Griff is doing this, Corgana will go over to Tiny. Tiny. Did I just get deeper all of a sudden? I'm like, I may need to work on that because that's killer on my throat. Okay. Tiny. You look to be interested in what was going on here, but Bjork seemed a little upset that we went on ahead. Perhaps we should say we're sorry.
Time out real quick. I feel like my intent as a player has been kind of completely destroyed here because I was under the impression and this is what has led to a lot of confusion for me, Like when I sat down, I was trying to figure out what was going on. I thought we were already in this room.
We were in
I
the room
thought-
with the bear.
Right, and then
You
we
guys were
went to the-
talking.
I
No,
thought
well,
we had gone into the other room.
So
'cause
so
that
when you
room
came
got
back, we were in the
described.
room with the bear.
I understand now.
And
But what I'm
then-
saying is what I understood at the time.
Then only
was,
Bjorg. Well, no one had gone over to that room at all.
That's
the
what
only
I'm
thing
saying.
that had happened. And then
is I
Bjorg
didn't
went
know
to the
that.
entrance of it. Then you said, I run all the way past it.
That's not what I meant. I
Okay.
thought we were in the room and I was coming behind Bjorg to check for the clue spell. And that's what's led to a
Okay.
lot of misunderstanding.
Okay, because you
And
had, you had
I
acted
am
where
so
the exit
lost
was.
now.
Okay.
So
Well, so that's fine. For now, basically, we'd have to kind of go this way because of all the things that had happened.
yeah, that's
this
fine.
morning.
That's fine.
So we'll have you. Basically, you ran past Bjorg into the room with the cube, and then not wanting to see you go by yourself, Korgana runs, going, "Whoa!" just in case something happens, and then this thing splits open, and then everyone came in and killed it.
All right, time in.
But are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. That's what's important. That we're all safe.
Does anybody else feel like that was kind of too easy? Why did they put it in this big containment contraption when you could just kill it?
Because he figured out how to fuel his forge with it, and he locked it away. That's what Hist discovered, right? I'm still learning voices.
Yes.
That's what Hist said, that he found a way to fuel it. His forges, and then he contained it as an error. That could very well have been what was doing it. Korgana's going to go ahead and leave Asphalt and everyone else to investigate and go check in on Bjorg.
Plus, it was easy for the 7 of us, but it's not quite the same for a lone blacksmith to deal with.
I guess so. But he had the tools to contain it. I don't know. I guess I just think it doesn't all add up right. But okay, I trust you guys, so.
And then Griff kind of stands up and it kind of is holding this small vial of I feel like it's I'm thinking of blue pencil shavings. I don't know why, but that's what I'm picturing. These blue shavings in a little vial. That kind of almost twitch and move almost it's there's still some essence left there. I'm pretty sure that if we get in touch with an alchemist, we could make a firebomb.
You doing all right, Bjorg?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just trying to keep people safe.
Yeah,
I can respect that.
I said we probably shouldn't try to crack that, and we should probably maybe see if we could reinforce it. But what's done is done, so I guess we should just move forward. Is there anything of note in the room besides what was already there?
Let's go find out.
Yeah, looking at this. Nothing else. The whole room seemed to be containment for this cold fire.
And you said there's another exit out of this room?
Yeah.
Well, should we...
Tiny, did you want to continue your spell there to see if anyone had gone through?
Sure. I'll cast it.
Okay. So you would see the ghostly figures have made their way through here.
All right. Well, they did keep moving through.
Asphalt's gonna. Sorry, Bjork. Go ahead.
I was going to say we should move forward with caution then. What were you going to say, Asphalt?
Well, Asphalt goes to Hist really quietly, and out of the corner of her mouth says, Hist?
Yes?
Okay, forgive my intrusive question, but it feels pertinent at this time. Are you alive?
Well, I suppose it depends on your definition of life.
Asphalt's gonna touch you to see if you're warm.
He is very hot to the touch if you like really push in past like the leathers. So like what you would notice is like as you touch him, like because his is constantly covered in like many different like pelts and leathers. So you like dig through it. Eventually, there's just like a shell of really hard leather, and it is really hot to the touch.
Okay. I'll put your leathers back or your pelts back. All right. Never mind. You stay in the back, far back, please.
Yes, I do have a bit of an overheating problem. And as you know from having seen him outside of his suit, his like chest is constantly like melting.
Oh, yes, I have seen that. It's all coming back to me now. I don't know how being careful. I feel like all of these rooms are reacting just to us being there. I don't know how to be careful in this situation. We were alive in that other room and it lit up in fire and we just were too hot in this room and it broke the glass.
Yes,
I think
it does. Does seem to be a problem.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't think I'll quite be able to reduce our temperature.
Yeah, okay. All right, Bjork, sorry, we can go.
If we think a lot of things are going to be triggered by the heat going up and our body heats alone, we can always just try to heat it up before we enter.
Well, my concern was for Tiny, two things moved beyond these doors. So yes, while we should be wary of the rooms, I was more worried about what moved in ahead of us.
So true, Bjork. This is why you're the thinker.
I try to. Some days, I'm just a little tired and I have a lapse in judgment, but I try to think about those kinds of things to keep us all safe.
Yeah.
So, is it an actual door, Matt?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to check the door to see if there's any writing on it.
Okay, so looking at this one, there is not any writing, no.
Okay. Does it feel hot to the touch?
It's cold like most of the doors here.
Okay. Are there any traps on it? I mean, so far
it actually feels colder. The door feels colder than what you've felt before. But looking, you don't see any traps on it.
Okay. Just a word of warning. This door seems a little colder than other ones that I have touched. And I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and in the center of this room is a dragon scale, the size of a tower shield. It hovers suspended and rotating slowly in a column of silvery blue light. Valican runes read, Gegazar, Scourge of the North, regrets little. She regrets meeting Yingvar.
I think this is the dragon scale.
Above table, that comment is really badass.
Yeah.
Which probably is what helped him light his forge. Based on the blue flames around it. I definitely don't think we should mess with it. Not saying we shouldn't maybe investigate a little, but let's try not to touch it.
Can I do an Arcana check on it to see exactly what it is, what its purpose amongst being here is?
Sure.
See if it's powering the forge or if it's doing anything like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
Um, 15.
15. This really just seems to be basically magic done for display purposes. That's going to be powering or making the forge. This is much like a lot of the things that have come across another trophy.
Are there any other doors? Oh, I'm sorry, Hist.
No, you're good. I was just going to share that. You go.
Are there other doors in this room?
Yes. So, on the opposite end of this place is another set of doors.
Well,
I feel like the deeper we go in, we'll probably run across his enchanted hammer. Because, well, we already know that he lit his forge with coal fire. He has this scale. We didn't exactly know about all of the were creatures' pelts that he had. But it seems that whilst this place was his forge, it was also a testament to all of
the battles he fought.
The battles he fought, the creatures he conquered.
Well, should we move on and see what trophy or treasure we find next?
Slowly, though. Just in case we break any more things out.
So, Matt, I'll move to the next door and
Okay.
see if there are any words on it.
Yeah. As you come into the room, you see 4 swords unhinged, come off the walls and light with fire.
Regular fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Orange fire. And everyone can roll for initiative.
That's new.
Dragon scale in the middle of this room, or did you just skip?
Yeah, the dragon scales in the room, yeah.
Son of a I break one more thing today, guys. I'm
Oh
quitting.
no.
You just created something new, not break anything. You just created something new.
Bobby has stepped away.
All right. Just for the moment.
Yes, he will be back.
Alrighty. So let's see here. Okay, so I'll get that when he comes back then, because I got everybody else's.
Hey, baby. What's up?
Very cool.
How's everybody doing health wise, guys?
Dishing it out.
Asphalt's good.
While the door was being inspected and everything, Corcana might have been in the corner, just leaning into it a little bit and trying to mend or wrap some of his burnt features.
Oh no. They're like, oh no. All right, very cool. So, all right, first things first. This one sword's coming right towards you, Bjorg.
Okay.
Okay, first things first. Okay, very cool. So, only for 14 to hit.
Miss.
That's all he gets to do. And then hissed.
All right. I will. How long has it been since the last fight?
I think you're probably another about 10 minutes.
Dang, my meteors are gone again. All right. I'm just gonna shoot a first level magic missile.
All right. At the one that just attacked?
Yes.
Got
At
it.
all of them at that one.
Got it.
3 each, so 9 damage.
Nice. All right. That does damage the blade.
That'll be it.
Okay. All right. Then 2 more are coming at you, Bjorg. So we got another 14 to hit with a miss. And an 11 to hit, all missing you.
Nice.
And Bjorg, it's your turn. Orin, what was the initiative you just rolled? 24. Okay, cool. Bjorg, go ahead.
Okay. So bonus action, I am going to again remembering the stories of Morgog, I am going to use my shadow striking technique to bind my sword in shadows. And that also gives me an additional 5 feet of reach. And I'm going to swing at the sword that's closest to me.
You got it.
With a 16.
Oh, that crosses blades and knocks yours away.
Oh, ow. Okay. Then I can't do anything else, so because I'd already used my bonus action. So that'll be my turn.
All right, fourth and final sword striking at Bjorg.
Oh, they all went to Bjorg?
Yeah, because they were the only one that was in the room. Unfortunately, but only a 13 to hit. Sorry, I said that incorrectly. That was going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits. Reaction, uncanny dodge.
Absolutely. So you can half this damage. So that will be 7 slashing and 6 fire.
So
So 3 and 3 for 6 total.
okay.
All right, then Griff.
I'm gonna move my way into the rooms, and still stay at a distance from them, whether or not I have the movement to get up close or not. And I'm going to mutter a few word under my breath and holy word. What are the swords?
Nice.
As a wisp flies out for only 13.
Oh, it spins away as you miss. Whew.
That's my turn.
Got it. Asphalt.
Great. I am going to just get myself out of the doorway. I'll enter the room, and I'm gonna say, Bjorg, hold on! And I'm going to bonus action use one of my maneuvers to try, if she is willing, move Bjorg 15 feet out from the middle of those things.
Oh, nice.
She would be
if you are-
willing.
Okay, great. So then you just do it. Otherwise, you would have to make a save because I would be trying to do it anyway. Okay. And then with my action, I am going to let's just get it done. I'm going to do a 3rd level shatter in the center of the 4 swords. So they are going to have to do a con save, DC 15. And if they are constructs, it's at disadvantage.
Okay. Love it. Oh, you said DC 15?
Correct.
Okay. And all right, one saves, the other fail. All the 3 fail.
It's 19 on a fail, 19 thunder damage on a fail, half on a save.
Okay. Good. Oh, they're all looking chipped and messed up.
Okay, that's my turn.
Very nice. Good power move, Tiny.
Did Orin go yet?
No, you're good. But just so you know, I don't think an hour's passed, so your weapon is still magical.
Oh, okay. I will Hunter's Mark. Really, any of them will do. And then attack that one for 22.
That hits.
8 piercing and 3 force, and attack again for nat 20.
Woo!
So that's 20 piercing.
Right. How do you want to do?
Hold
How do you
on,
want to kill it?
3 force. I just shoot my arrow or my bolt, and it just kind of breaks it apart upon impact and cracks it open.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
All right. Corgana.
I will move towards the swords as much as I can. I don't know how far out I am, so
I'm just kind of giving everyone into the room.
so I'm about what, 15 feet away?
Yes.
All right, I will request a strength saving throw from it then.
All right.
So, well,
strip of lightning reaches out towards it.
4.
Okay. Well, it will come. Say hello to me,
Nice.
and it will take 8 lightning damage.
Oh, very good. Right, looks very damaged. Is that it?
That's my turn.
All right, Orin.
Orin will move into the room.
Very nice.
Move off to one of the sides, sort of in a corner, and we'll do a sorcerer's burst at the sword. So looking at it, the way I'm looking at it is to the right, so it would probably be your left, art department. And I rolled a 10. Does a 10 hit it?
That does not.
Huh.
Art department, can you
that'll
move,
be
can you
my
move the
turn.
closest sword to the Dragonborn, please?
Can you move what?
The closest sword is to the Dragonborn. They pulled it towards them.
I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. Can't hear worth shit today, apparently.
You're doing wonderful. Thank you for the help.
Ugh.
Anything else, Orin?
If you
Nope,
want
that is my
to,
turn.
Orin, there might be some Korgana advice that you forgot happened before that might help you with this attack. Perhaps, if you want it.
I'm good. I'll use it when it matters.
Yeah,
I don't think it matters quite as much yet.
All right. And we'll go ahead to Hist.
All right. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing of a magic missile. At the same one I shot.
Okay.
That's 3 per for 9 damage again.
All right. That is the one that is by Cora,
Yes.
and that is destroyed.
That one says by who?
The Civil Dragonborn.
Then I will pass.
Okay. So we got this one. See, who's that by?
2 in the back. Who do you want? The closest people are York and Oswald.
Okay. It'll go Bjorg as the flames get super hot, and it gets to make 3 attacks. So we'll see how they go here. So first one, oof, misses. Second one, 14, so they misses. And then 13 misses. Woo! Bjorg, your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to draw my other short sword. So I will bonus action again, using 2 maneuver points to do the shadow striking technique on this short sword.
Nice.
And swing at it. Wow. Apparently, we're just not going to hit each other because I rolled a 9.
Oof.
And
Nope.
that'll be my turn.
All right.
Does that mean I've lost this sword too?
No, when I said away, he didn't disarm you. I meant like
okay.
pushes, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have. Oh, well, then if that's the case, I wouldn't have to draw my other short sword.
Okay. Same roll though, right? Was it?
Well, I wouldn't have had to use my bonus action, which I would have done steady aim.
Okay, roll again.
Still don't hit. That's a 12. So
right.
that's my turn.
Then the other one here, I think we'll move up if it can to Bjorg. Not provoking anything. It will get super excited and try to take its 3 attacks. Oh, it's doing better today. 19 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right, then a 24 to hit. I'm just going to see how many hits I get. The miss. So I got 2 hits on you.
Okay, on one of those, how do you like to use uncanny dodge?
We'll do the first one if it works. So here we go. You don't, but that is. That is 5 slashing damage. So 2, and then 7 fire, so 3, so 5 total.
But the uncanny dodge only works on 1 hit, though, right?
Right, so that's 1 hit. That's the first hit I just did.
Oh, okay. So 3. Okay.
And then this is the second hit, which is 7 slashing and 9 fire damage.
So 16. Okay. Still
Okay.
standing.
Go and Griff.
Okie dokie. Let's try this again. And I'm gonna try Holy Word again. But it's a natural 1.
Oh!
Go ahead, Robin. You don't want to say it this time?
Oh, hey, oh, Griff. I mean, Molly. Is there maybe a piece of advice that you remember Corgana giving you? Perhaps, maybe? Only if you want.
I'm thinking about it, but I also I think Corgana and I would have flashbacking. Corgana and I would have talked about like taken some time, just like sitting across from the fire during a watch or something. Conversing in Primordial. And just like the different like aspects of how Primordial sounds could sound different from like the sound, the mimicking the sounds of like a brushing breeze, or the sounds of a rock dropping into water, and just like the different how different parts of the speech sound, and Griff's going to essentially try to refine whatever word he's speaking from into something deeper, primordial. To re-roll.
Let's do it.
422.
That hits.
Woohoo! So one of the swords take 10 radiant damage.
Nice. It's in super bad shape. Anything else? Turn. Then Asphalt.
Okay. I know this is probably because I know Bjorg looks a little bad, but Asphalt trusts in Bjorg's nimble nature. And if something goes wrong, Asphalt will help you back up. Anyway, Asphalt picks her hand up and closes her eyes, and all of the rock around her breaks off into little pieces and comes to her hand, and she holds it tight and it becomes an ice knife. And I'm going to throw it at the one that looks bad.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to do second level ice knife.
Ooh.
So to hit the first one, that's going to be a 13.
It just zooms out of the way. Whoop.
Okay, then I need a dex save from the two swords and Bjorg, DC 15.
The dice don't like me today. I got a 10.
Oh
And,
no.
And they both saved.
Okay, well they don't take any damage then. That's terrible. And Bjorg takes 10 cold damage.
Oh no.
I'm still up. Barely.
Sorry, Bjorg.
Was there a point in time that you wanted to flash back and
You know, I think you should flash back to that time when you could have saved your friend from getting eaten by insects.
Jackie,
And
shut
see what
up!
you learned from that experience.
Jackie! Bjorg is dex-based! Stop! Anyway, Matt, could I retroactively flash back?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this will be on that 13 to hit. But wait, but that's not going to help any of the dex saves, right?
No.
All right, so then no, I don't think it's worth it for the minimal damage that it would have done.
Okay.
Okay.
Tiny Tusk.
Ugh.
Robin's a serial killer on Sunday.
No, I'm not!
All right. I'm going to bonus action move my hunter's mark to one of the other bad guys on Bjorg.
Right.
And
You want the one that looks real bad or the one that is less bad?
I'll get the one that looks more bad.
Okay.
Shooting 18 to hit.
That hits.
Right. That'll be 10 piercing and 6 force.
How do you want to kill it?
Want to destroy it.
Nice.
Just like, yeah. And then I will shoot the other one.
All right.
Hopefully. Dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
All right. That one is a 9 piercing, and it will be moved back 10 feet.
Okay. Nice. And Corgana.
can I make it? Oh, I got pushed away.
What's your movement?
30.
Yeah, you can get there.
I'd like to get to the actual corner if I could.
Yeah.
All right. So I will booming blade it. I'm assuming based off of previous rolls that the 13 does not hit.
Correct.
Okay. Well, then that will be my turn.
All right. Orin.
Orin is going to cast Wither and Bloom on the sword,
Ooh, very nice.
selecting it as the only one that will take damage.
That's con.
DC 16 con save.
Fails.
Okay. It takes 12. I believe it's necrotic damage.
All right.
And then Bjorn may, if they so desire, spend one of their hit die to regain hit points. Your character, Julie.
Yes, I will do that.
And
All right. How do you want to kill the sword?
So it just starts to rust and crumbles. That's what necrotic does to swords, right? Like that's how they die, is they just rust away. That's how I'm
Rust and crumble. Very good. And with that, all things are destroyed. We will end our session there for today and come back to the aftermath and what's left in this place next week.
Can I just give Bjork a cure wounds?
Yes.
Okay. Third level, Julie.